Oh snap, look at this. Hey everybody, it's Silver Seeker, and I'm really excited to do this video, guys. Right here in my hand is a mystery pack. This is a $100 mystery pack from Main Street Rare Coins, and I am doing this video in collaboration with Rob Finds Treasure and Silver Picker. And what we're doing is we all ordered the same $100 mystery pack from Main Street Rare Coins, and we are doing a challenge battle to see who has the best box. So each of us are going to upload our videos and release them on the same day, at the same time, so you can all watch these videos. So after you're done watching mine, make sure you go over and watch Rob Finds Treasures, and then after his, make sure you go over and watch Silver Pickers, or you can do them in reverse order. There will be links in the description below to their videos, as well as links to their channels as well. So if you don't know who they are and you haven't subscribed yet, now's a fantastic time to go over and subscribe to Silver Picker and to Rob Finds Treasure. So guys, let's get into this and see what we have in our box, and then after we're done with this box, we can go over and watch Rob and Silver Picker, and you guys can tell me in the comments below who you think had the best box between the three of us. So I'm really excited to get in here and see what we have. I'm hoping for numismatic coins, I'm hoping for some silver US coins, things like that. I have no idea what's actually in this. I've never ordered a mystery pack from Main Street Rare Coins before. Silver Picker recommended them, so we went with it. I'm hoping that what's in here is a whole lot of fun. I assume that it will be, just based on what he has told me already. So guys, let's not wait any longer. Let's get this thing open. Let's see what's inside. And like I said, when I'm done, make sure you go watch Rob's, make sure you go watch Silver Pickers, and then come back here and tell me down below who you think had the best package. All right, let's get into it. It's time to open this box. Okay guys, so here we go. You can see I have the box in front of me. So we're gonna get this thing open and take kind of a first glance look, and then we're gonna go through each of the items. We're gonna put a value on the screen of what I think the items are worth, and you know, we'll go from there. So like I said, I'm really excited. I have no idea what's in this box. All I know is I got it from Main Street Rare Coins, and I am really hopeful that it's a good box. So let's go ahead and get this thing open and see what we have. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up. Now that we have it cut open, we'll open both of these flaps and we will get inside. You can see we have some packing material on the top here. And then it looks like we have, it says grab bag inside. And here is an invoice from Main Street Rare Coins. Just has my P.O. box on it, so no need to really blur that out. So this is where we got it from. This is Main Street Rare Coins and Antiques. His name is John Dennis. There's their website right there. Again, I'll have a link in the description below. So it just says grab bag on it, and it has his signature right there and a date. And it looks like on top of what's in the grab bag, we also have, so this looks like John F. Kennedy leads the PT 109 crew to safety August 2nd of 1943 in Jacksonville, Florida. And that's what's in there. So we have everything that's in the big grab bag here, as well as what's in here. So it looks like we have some 1983 Kennedys. We'll go ahead and take a close look at these. And it says uncirculated John F. Kennedy $50 issued by the Denver Mint 1983. And then uncirculated John F. Kennedy $50 issued by the Philadelphia Mint 1983. And then we have some historic U.S. stamps. Now, I'm not a big stamp collector, so I can't really put a value on the stamps very well. But what I will tell you is that, you know, 83 Kennedys, and especially these, they look like they have a little bit of circulation to them. And it looks like, all right, so we do have something on the back here. It says 1982, 1983, U.S. Mint did not issue a mint set. Why? Could only get uncirculated rolls from banks. That is correct. People would put their own mint sets together in 82 and 83, but the US Mint did not actually issue those. Now it looks like they have a value on here of $12. I'm not sure how accurate that is. I'm not going to assume. What I'm going to do is go by the fact that 82 and 83, especially these two right here, I mean, they look a little circulated to me, but I could be wrong. They could just be coloring from, you know, being inside of this plastic. So if these are uncirculated 83s, I mean, you know, they're worth actually about $1 a piece. So we can put a $2 value on this. as a whole. So with the stamp, and I would say with what's actually here, if I were to put a value on this, I'd actually put a value on it of around $5. I'm not sure if $12 is what they valued it at, or if maybe that was the previous owner, but I'm going to put a $5 value on this, and I think that's being decently generous, unless I'm just wrong about the stamp. So I'm going to say $5 getting started on this set right here. So kind of cool. Okay, so now that the box is open and we got the Kennedy set out, what we're going to do is we're going to get closer to the camera here. We're going to go ahead and get into the mystery grab bag. So I'm pretty excited about this. I have no idea what's in here. I know based on what Silver Picker told me, there's going to be a big mix of stuff. There could be foreign coins, US domestic coins, silver, and all sorts of things. So we're going to go with that. And here is what we have right here in the package. So let's go ahead and get this slid out really quick. So here we go, pulling out the first thing. It looks like we have a strip of Indian head cents. So we have 1901, 02, 03, and 04 in order. Okay. So that is cool. And we'll get back to that as far as value is concerned. All right, so this one here says 1920s, half cent to 5 cent, two different varieties, $6. Oh, okay, so we have stamps. So again, I'm not a big stamp collector, so, you know, I wasn't kind of expecting stamps to be in here. I was looking for more numismatic stuff. That being said, these are kind of cool. You can see some of these were canceled actually in Buffalo, New York. So it looks like these 6 here were canceled in Buffalo. And then these here, they were canceled. It looks like these haven't been canceled. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe they got cleaned off. Again, I don't know a whole lot about stamps. Kind of a cool set. $6. So with this set right here, I don't know if $6 is accurate. I'm going to go ahead and assume that it probably is, or is pretty close, just because there's a big variety of stamps right here. So we're going to go ahead and mark this stamp set right here down as, we'll say, $5. And we'll go from there. So we're going to put that stamp set as 5. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and take a look at our Indian head cents. So let's go ahead and pull these out of this. Looks like it was a penny, or a 2x2 page, I should say, that was cut down. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these Indian cents close to the camera. We're going to take a good look at them. I went ahead and turned on the LED light. So as you can see, we got a 1904. You can't see any part of Liberty. And honestly, it does look like this one was probably polished at some point. Still, it's an Indian head, so that's going to be $1. And then we have a 1903 here. Now, it looks like you can see the top of Liberty in this one. So you can see a little bit of Liberty in this one. That puts it at around a VG to a fine. So this one here, I'm actually going to put a value on of $1.50, since you can actually see a little bit of the Liberty there, and it didn't look polished. This one here, I don't see any of Liberty, and this one definitely looks also, especially on the reverse, looks like this one was polished, so we're going to put $1 value on that. And then finally, our 1901. This one is incredibly worn down. So yeah, that one is really, really rough. In fact, if you look right here, it's dented. So the rim right there is actually dinged down, and there's a huge scrape across it right there. So damaged like this, I'm going to put this one at 50 cents. So if you add all those together, that is a $4 value. So now we have the 5, 5, and 4, putting us at a total of $14 so far. So that we have plenty left in this bag, guys. Let's go ahead and open up this tie here so we can get, there's a lot of weight in here. So let's see what else we got. Okay. All right, so this one is wrapped up, and it looks like, I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Let's go ahead and we got some paper clips. We'll go ahead and get paper clips out. And we got a rubber band. I'm not sure what the rubber band is protecting. I don't want to tear it. As you can see, it's torn into the paper. All right, let's go see. All right, so coupon. What is this? So this says coupon for dealers and in manufactured tobacco, special tax for August 1877. So this is a stub. This is interesting. This is a stub for special tax stamp. Has a serial number on it, E388365. Dealer and manufactured tobacco. And you can see it's set for the 1870s because it has on the day of 187. So yeah, this is interesting. I've never seen anything like this. A series of 1877, a stub for special tax stamp. Okay, I'm a little disappointed that with the way it was rolled up, you can see the rubber band tore into it right there. And I've never seen anything like that, though. That's really cool. And then here we have, it says unsearched wheat cents, 1909 to 1958, and they put a value on it of $8. Now, this is very easy to tell if it's going to be worth $8 or not. We'd actually have to go through it. I'm not going to put a value of $8 on an unsearched roll of wheat cents. I wouldn't recommend paying more than $4 for a roll of unsearched wheat cents. But if we go through these and there's $8 in value, like if we find some teens and 20s S's and things like that, could definitely be worth it. So maybe we'll get to that in a bit. So what else is in here? Let's go ahead and see what we have. And by the way, as far as value on this, guys, I actually don't know what this is worth. I'm going to say just because it's cool, I'd put 50 cents on it because it is torn right here and it does look like it was cut off. Maybe this was just paper they wrapped in it. I don't really know, but it looks like it has an official serial number. So we're going to say 50 cents on that. Okay, guys, so picking up the bag, there's still quite a bit of weight inside here, so there's still plenty more to look at. Let's go ahead and pull out what we have here. So we have another thing that's wrapped with a rubber band. Get that off, and it looks like it's taped close. So I'm assuming that these pieces of papers aren't really meant to be anything because they're putting tape on them, they're wrapping them, maybe even putting 50. I just thought it was cool. Maybe that's not actually supposed to be part of it. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. So this right here is from the International Numismatic Bureau. It says authentic meteorite space rock, Campo del Cielo, Argentina, discovered in 1576 AD. Less than a tenth of a gram of crystal. Okay, it has a serial number from the International Numismatic Bureau. Okay, now this is cool. Let's get that really close to the camera. So this is an authentic meteorite. I've never actually owned an authentic meteorite. Now, I don't know much about International Numismatic Bureau and their ability to authenticate a piece like this, but that is really cool. Wow. Okay, so that's impressive. It's also not a numismatic piece, but it's something I didn't expect to be in here. Okay, so here we go, guys. This is the COA. Now is a good time to pause it if you want to read that. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. I don't know what the value of this would be. Okay, so I went ahead and searched through eBay and I find these being sold for around $5 a piece if you buy them single. And then I found a lot of 12 of them in these holders, in the International Numismatic Bureau holders, a lot of 12 for $40. So I'm going to go ahead and go on the high end just because it's really cool since it's only a single and put a $5 value on that. So that is really cool. I cannot be upset about that. It's not what I expected. It's certainly not numismatic, but it is my first ever meteorite. So I will definitely take that and add that to my collection. That is really cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going. We got that out of the way. Let's see what else we have in here. Okay, so we have a 2010 United States Mint presidential $1 coin proof set. Now these I don't need to look up. I know exactly what these go for. In 2010, they were basically going for around $6 for the set. Now, when these came out, they were more than that, of course, but just what they're going for now is about $6 a set. Now, if you bought these individually, if you like broke these out and then sold the coins individually, you would get about $2.50 a piece. However, in a full set, they go for around $6. And, you know, that's pretty cool. 2010, all proofs. You got Fillmore, Buchanan, Abraham Lincoln, and Franklin Pierce. So all four of those presidents right there released with the 2010 presidential series in proof. They put out 4 a year for quite a few years up until they finished with Ronald Reagan. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. So I'm going to put a value of this on at $6 for the 2010 United States Mint presidential $1 coin proof set. I feel like they probably valued it at somewhere around 8 to 10, but I'm just putting on what I consider my realistic value of $6 to be. So let's go ahead and mark that as 6. Okay, guys, let's keep on going. There's still quite a few things in here, and I have no idea what I'm grabbing. Okay, this is interesting. So, you know, again, I was really expecting all numismatic coins. I already got the meteorite and some stamps, which I wasn't expecting to get. Definitely different than what I collect. However, this is kind of cool. So it looks like an old key, maybe from the 1800s. Now, I'm not an expert on stuff like this. I'm not going to pretend to actually know exactly what I'm looking at, but just, based on the metal look, it looks like it's brass. Okay, so I did some digging on eBay, took me just a minute or two, and the thing I could find mostly was single keys were going for around $3 or $4, but I did find a 9-piece, big, large, antique, old brass skeleton keys, lock, cabinet barrel locks, which is what this is based on the pictures that I've looked up, and a lot of 9 of them was going for $7.99, buy it now. So, you know what? I'm going to put a value on this of $2. That's, there was 9 for $8. So $2, I may be being generous. But again, that's if it's being bought single. So we're going to say $2 for this. It's really cool. I don't have one. So I'm not upset about getting it. I've never had anything like this, and it is kind of cool. All right, let's go ahead and put $2 on the brass key. Well, we still have more stuff in here. There's a lot of coins. I can tell there's like some 2x2s. I don't want to really peek. I just kind of want to pull stuff out and be surprised as we go. Okay, so here we go. It looks like a token of some sort. So it's a bicentennial token. You got 1776 to 1976. So it can't be it's probably from 1976. And it says Liberty on the back, New York State, American Revolution, bicentennial, 1776 to 1976. This appears to be a brass coin. You got a Patriot there on the front with the 2 dates. I don't do a whole lot with tokens, so I'm going to go ahead and look this one up and see what I can find as well. It's really neat, though. I don't have one of these. Okay, so I did some digging on eBay. With this one, I wasn't able to find any that sold. I was able to find this exact token. The seller was asking $45 or best offer. Now, I'm going to assume it doesn't go that high. So what I did is I looked at similar tokens from the bicentennial, and the majority of them are selling for around $7 to $10 for actual sold listings. So with this token right here, I'm going to go ahead and put a value on it of $8. Now, I could be a little high on that, but I'm just basing it on the ones that have sold that from the same period and, also with the same theme. And also the fact that the only one that I found actually listed, which hadn't sold but was listed, was $45. So $8 for this bicentennial brass token from New York. Very, very cool. I don't have one of these, so I'll take it. Okay, guys, so here we go. Let's pull out another coin. All right, this is not a coin. Not sure what this is. Oh, it's a Garbage Pail Kids card from the 1970s, Flo and Owen. All right, so when I was younger, I remember Garbage Pail Kids cards being a thing. Or this is actually a sticker. So everyone that talks to me about stickers, yep, here we go. I got a sticker. Here's the one thing I'm going to say about this. I remember Garbage Pail Kids when I was a kid, not being from the 70s. And if we look at this, so it says 1970s on the sticker right there. But take a look down at the bottom. 1987 Topps Chewing Gum Inc. So this was actually from 1987, not from the 70s. And it's a sticker. I have no idea what these are worth, so I'm going to get on eBay and see if I can find this exact one and what it is going for. Okay, so I did some research on eBay and I found one of these, buy it now for $2 with $1 shipping. I also found another one, buy it now for $2.50 with free shipping. So I'm going to go ahead and put a value of this at $2 because that is what they are going for on eBay. All right, guys, let's go. We have more. I think this is a coin because it feels like a 2x2. It looks like a 2x2 through the package. Okay, so we do have a 1900 Liberty nickel, heavily circulated, no sign of Liberty. 1900. Flip it over to the reverse. Oof. Boy, the top of the Roman numeral 5 is almost completely gone. And there's like a green streak right there. I'm going to value this at 50 cents. Honestly, that's all this one is worth is 50 cents. So we'll add 50 cents to the total for our 1900 Liberty nickel. All right, let's see what else we have. I think. All right, so that's what's left in here. However, we have, okay, there's one little package. Ooh, I use these. Okay. So there's 2 little packages here. This one says US coins and silver. And this one says world coins and silver. Oh, and I didn't see this. All right, so here we go. First thing here, guys. This is Enjoy Squirt, Never and After Thirst. Never and After Thirst. I never heard that. This thing is really, really rusty. It is cool though, but I just went ahead and looked on eBay, and the non-rusty version of this, there was one that actually sold for $6.95 with free shipping. Now theirs wasn't rusty and this one is rusty, so this one would require some cleaning. So I'm going to put a value on this with it being rusty like this at $2. Either way, it's really cool. Definitely more in line with what I was expecting outside of the Garbage Pail Kids card still, but we'll go ahead and put that down for $2. Okay, so we have this mystery envelope, which also came out of the big bag. So let's go ahead and get that open. Okay, so we have a Missouri quarter. Now I'm wondering if they included this because they knew it was shipping to Missouri. So this is one of the gold enameled ones, and then it has like the lacquer or something on it, and you can see the finish is really weird from the lacquer, and if you look at the way it gleams, you can tell that there's some sort of plasticky thing on there. So this right here, I think this was a personal touch, and I'm going to give them huge credit for adding a personal touch to my box. Even though this isn't really worth anything, I'm going to say literally it's a quarter. We'll go ahead and give it 50 cents because of, you know, it's a really cool collector's piece, if you will, just the way that it was done. But this was done aftermarket, so a lot of people, a lot of coin collectors would consider something like this damaged. But it is really cool, and it's not something I would spend. So I'm going to give 50 cents on this, and I'm going to give a bonus 50 cents in value for this just because of the personal touch. Knowing that it was coming to Missouri, they sent me something really cool, you know, with the St. Louis Arch in the background. Knowing that I'm in Missouri, they sent that. So I'm going to give them an extra 50 cents. I'm going to double its value to $1 based on the fact, oh, and they had it marked at $3. Well, I disagree with that, but I'm going to give it $1 instead of 50 cents for the personal touch. So we'll put $1 down for that. Okay, guys, well, I just did the math, and we are currently sitting at $45. However, as you can see, this says US coins and silver, and this one says world coins and silver. So I think there's going to be some value in these bags based on the fact that they say coins and silver on them. So I know less about world coins than I do US coins. So we're going to get started on that. Go ahead and get this package opened. And let's take out the first piece. All right, so it's not all silver, it's just US or world coins and silver. So this one right here, this is a Haiti 1894A 2 centimes. Now, somebody wrote $87 on that. I disagree 100%. There's no way this is worth $87. However, let's go ahead and get this thing out. Maybe they meant 87 cents. I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at this. So as you can see, guys, we have Republic de Haiti and 1894 2 cents. Flip it over to the reverse. Really, really cool right there. Okay, so on this one, I just did some more eBay research, and I looked these up, and what I can tell based with the cost of the coin plus the shipping, that these are going anywhere between, in this condition, between $3 and $5. I'm gonna go ahead and put $4 down. I think $4 is fair for this. Again, it, you know, 3 to 5 is what I see. Now there's ones, you know, there's one that sold for $2.75, but it had $10 shipping. There was one that sold for $7.15 with free shipping. And then there was one that sold for $2 with a couple dollars shipping as well. So we're going to go ahead and put $4 down on the Haiti 1894 2 centimes. Okay, let's keep on going. So next up, we have a Cuba 1916 centavos. So we got 1916 25G, or 2.5G, which I think is golden, but I could be wrong. Again, I'm not a super novice, or I'm kind of a novice on world currency. I know a little bit, but when you get down into the nitty gritty, it's things like this that I don't really know. It has a value on it of $2, 1916. Condition wise seems fine. Republic de Cuba, un centavo. Really nice condition. I kind of like the coin. You got a star with an eye there in the center, which is neat. And, you know, kind of cool. So $2 on this one. Given that even if I look this up, it might only be a difference of 50 cents or 75 cents. Who knows? I'm going to go ahead and go with the $2 value that they actually wrote on this coin. So Cuba 1916 centavos for $2. All right, what else do we have inside the world coin pouch? I feel 2 more coins in here. Nope, 3 more. One of them's loose. Okay, so I've seen these before. I think they're China, maybe yeah, I think these are Japan, actually. Really neat. I don't know too much about the design on this, but it's really cool. I'm going to go ahead and give this a value of 50 cents. I don't really have a way to look it up, but it does look like it's got some corrosion on the reverse. And it's neat though. We're gonna say 50 cents on that. And then let's go ahead and get this out. Okay, so this is Justinian 1, 527 to 565, Pentanumium, 5-206, Nicomedia. And that looks like is a prescription? Is this like a prescription token or something? All right, on the back, it has a value of $10 on it. I don't know anything about this, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and look this one up for sure. Okay, so I spent some time looking this one up. It looks like that's Emperor Justinian. He was an Emperor, Justinian 1. He was Emperor from 527 to 565. So that's what that's about. And I looked up, I found this exact coin. Of course, you know, when they were struck all the way back then, they all look different. And the one that I was able to find on eBay actually did sell for $8.50 plus $2.93 shipping. And that is actual sold price with 3 bids. So I'm going to go ahead and agree with the $10 value on this coin right there, just based on the one that I saw that sold for that price on May 6th. Okay, well, we have one more coin inside the world coins and silver, and then we're going to get into the US coins. So here we go. Let's get it up close. Union S La Fuerza, Diente Cent. So this is a silver coin. They have a value on it of $18. It's 90% silver and 0.1331 ounces. Okay, so it's just over 1/10 of an ounce of silver. So based on that alone, you can know that it's about a $2 coin. Bolivia 20 centavos. KM 159.2. So yep, so it's another one that I'm going to have to look up again, just because of how little I know about world currency versus US currency. So let me go ahead and see what we have on this one. Okay, so I went ahead and did some research on this one. I found a couple of sold examples on eBay. Now, I'm going to be honest, the 2 sold examples had more luster than this one does. And then I've noticed these lines down here. If you look at 1890, they look like maybe there was actually some polishing, or like this one is on a polishing wheel or something. I'm not going to blame that on Main Street Rare Coins. They may have missed it. But the ones that I saw selling on eBay, the one that was in better shape than this sold for $5, and then one that was in better shape than the one that sold for $5 sold for $8. Now, the front of this looks okay outside of, if you look there, you still have those same lines. Now, I'm not sure if that is intended, if that's a strike error, or if that's from it being cleaned. The ones I saw online definitely had some luster to them, whereas this one does not, plus, all this damage. I doubt that was intended with the 1890 right there. And you can see around the edges. So even though this one has a value on it of $18, just based on what I've seen on eBay and based on what looks to me like to be damage, honestly, it doesn't even look like an error. It looks like it's damaged. I'm gonna have to mark this one down as just $4. Okay, so far we are sitting at $65. Now, we still have the US coins to take a look at. So US coins, I am a numismatist. I'm a US coin collector. I've been doing it for a very, very, very long time. So these, I'm going to know what I'm looking at right away, and I should be able to value them insanely quickly without having to actually look anything up. Now, being at $65, we are looking at, for $35 worth of value. Again, the box was $110, but 10 of that was shipping, so you can't hold that. You only got to look at the $100 value. What the post office charges, and they sent this, by the way, just to give them a little credit, they sent this in a medium flat rate, which is actually more like $15 to ship, plus they had signature on it, so they actually spent about $18 to ship this to me. So honestly, even though I'm expecting $100 in value, if we get to 92, I will definitely give it a pass, because they spent more in shipping than they should have. They could have probably, outside of the Kennedy thing, fit this into a small flat rate box and save themselves, $5 or $6, and it didn't really need signature right now. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what we have, guys. We are looking for another $35 in value, another $28 to $35 in value. So let's go. And we are going to get started off with a Coronet large cent. So this is an 1820 small date. Now they put this down at AG and they have it as scratches. So both of these things are correct. This is definitely wears all the way into LIB on Liberty. If you look down here, the rim is completely worn in. If we flip it over to the reverse, We'll get this closer to focus. You can see that there's damage. So there's actually dings in the rim on the back. So not only is this one AG, but the scratches on it, really, it's damaged. And then additionally, it looks like someone polished it because that is not the color that it should be. So this is probably originally a much darker color, and somebody cleaned it up so you could see the details better and actually did some damage to it. Now, they put a value on this at $20, but I have to disagree with it being cleaned and scratched and AG and damaged on the back. So this one right here, guys, I'm going to give a value of $10. So Coronet large cent, I will give them credit. That is really, really cool to get an 1820 large cent. But with all of this work done to it, guys, I think $10 is a fair valuation for this coin. Again, damage here, scratches along the face, definitely AG as far as condition is concerned, but also cleaned. So we're going to put $10 down for this Coronet large cent 1820. Okay, next up in the bag, what do we have? Okay, so we have an 1867 3-cent nickel. They have it marked as good, so around G4. They have a value of it on $12. Now, if this is a G4, that's correct. Let's take a look at the coin itself. So the front of it looks pretty darn good. Actually, it looks better than a G4, except for one spot, and we'll get back to that in a second. If we flip it over to the reverse, you can see in the top right here next to my finger, there is a rim ding. Outside of that, really nothing going on the back that's really bad. Actually, there's more details on the leaves here than you would see on a G4. So actually, outside of that ding, I would call this more like a VG. And then if we take a look at the front, the front's a VG as well, but it looks like there's some damage right up here next to my finger. It almost looks like maybe someone tried to start drilling and then they changed their mind. I'm not sure what that's about. Or someone just took a screwdriver and just kind of bore into it a little bit. So this one has VG, but it has details. So in my opinion, this is a VG details. It has the damage here and the damage on the back. You would never be able to get a letter grade on this if you were to send it off. But I will give them credit. They graded this a good, and I think it's a VG all day outside of the damage. So $12 is actually pretty much correct for that coin right there. So we're going to put this and mark it as 12. Okay, so we got 2 coins left in here, guys. We are now at $87, so we are getting to our value. And here we go. So we have a Walking Liberty $50, one of my favorite $50. And they have it marked XF. Is it an XF though? So taking a look at the reverse definitely looks like it is definitely an XF. You have weakness on the breast, and then if you look on the left leg, there's a little bit of weakness going down on the left leg, and then the right leg on the inside, there's a little bit of weakness as well. Now on a VF, it's weaker than that. This definitely looks like an XF, at least on the reverse. So let's flip it over to the obverse and take a look at the front and see if the front of it's also an XF, because the front of it did look a little weak, but we're going to go ahead and take a look. Okay, so the front of it definitely also looks to be an extra fine. So we have a coin that is a very nice Walking Liberty $50. It's an extra fine on both the obverse and the reverse. So they have a value on it of $18. That's the only thing I really disagree with. If you look at the gray sheet value for an extra fine Walking Liberty at 1942 is actually only 10. So we're going to go ahead and give this a $10 valuation instead of 18, but still a very nice Walking Liberty 1942. We will take it. Okay, so finally, guys, at the end here, we only have one more coin. We're sitting at a value of $97 by my grading on the US coins by looking up on the foreign with eBay, as well as the things like the stamps and stuff like that. So, you know, if you go by the values that are written on some of these, it's definitely over 100. But even with me valuing it right now, we're only $3 away from $100. So what's in this bag right here is going to figure out if it's actually a $100 bag or not. I'm hoping that it is, but like I said, if not, I'm going to give them a pass anyway because of how much they spent to ship it. They spent way more than $10 to ship this to us. All right, so here we go. Okay, so we have a 2-cent piece. This is incredibly weak. Incredibly weak. Flip it. Oh yeah, this thing is gone. So there is no we from In God We Trust. Usually there's the WE going across the center of the ribbon right there. So In God We Trust, nope. You can see no horizontal lines on the top of the shield at all. So they have this at an AG. Let me get the focus a little bit better here. So they have this at an AG, and I agree, it's an AG. So an 1865 2 center at G4 sheets for 11 or 12 bucks. $10 for an AG, I disagree. When you go down to AG, you usually do like half of a G. So I'm going to put this at a value of 6. But even with a value of 6, that puts us over $100. That actually puts us at 103, and I'm sorry about the focus there. So with the 2-cent piece, we now have another $6, and that puts our grand total at $103.50. So let's go ahead and get all of these in front of the camera so we can take a look. Some very interesting stuff going in here. And like I said, I still, in my opinion, my favorite thing about this package was the meteorite. And I realize that it's not a numismatic piece, but I don't have one, and now I do. And that is really, really cool. If I were to say my least favorite piece, unfortunately, I have to say it's the Garbage Pail Kid sticker. I don't know what I'll do with this thing, but since I valued it at $2 and our box is worth $103, that's all right. We'll go ahead and give it a pass. Now, I'm not a stamp collector, but I'm not super upset about this collection just because it's neat. And, you know, for a few bucks, which I valued it at, I'm not upset. Would I pay a few bucks for this just to have it? I might if I saw it. So it's not horrible. The 1983 Kennedy set, I think maybe they overvalued this, but I put a value on it. They had it at 12. I put a value on it of what, $5? So not very upset about that. And then we had some interesting things like the old skeleton key and the squirt opener, you know, but cool stuff. Anyway, guys, that is the mystery pack. Let me know what you think about my values, if you thought I was too high on something, if you thought I was too low on something. And also, like I said, make sure you visit Rob Finds Treasure and Silver Picker, watch their videos, and then come back and tell me if you thought mine was better, or Rob's was better, or Silver Picker's was better. Either way, guys, this was a whole lot of fun. It was definitely a learning experience for me as far as the stamps and the foreign coins and the skeleton key, things that I didn't know about. As far as this unsearched roll of wheat cents, we, like Silver Picker, are going to do this in a separate video. So it'll be fun to go through this unsearched roll of wheat cents from Main Street Rare Coins and see what we can get in it. So guys, if you're looking forward to seeing that video and you want to see more videos on my channel like this and many others, do me a favor before you go. Make sure you subscribe. And outside of that, guys, have a fantastic rest of your day. We will see you next time. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I do want to really quickly give a huge shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much for all of your support. Guys above me, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you click and subscribe. And over here, you can check out some of the other videos I have posted. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.